Greetings, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Trish. Sit back, relax, and let's jump into this video. So, I'm going to do a follow up, I guess, on my traveler's journals. I have two of them. Yeah, I have one for my everyday that I take to the office with me, and I have one that stays in my bag because I have like a bag when I travel. That's what I carry because everything is in there. Because knowing me, I am so all over the place at times, especially when I'm going to travel, that I'll forget something. So I pack like all my essentials in this bag and it stays there. And when I'm ready to go, like the most that I need to add back into that bag is probably like my glasses and a few little nicks and knacks, but everything in there, you know, because, all right, in the past I've traveled and I broke a nail. I didn't have a nail file. So I said, okay, a nail file needs to be in this bag ready and waiting for me. So when, anything pop up, I have a file and I can file my nails. So yeah. But anyways, enough of that. Let's jump into my traveler's journal. First, let's jump into my day to day. So this is my one, my OG, my original, the first one that I ever purchased, and I purchased this on Amazon. Uh, I have it backwards, but yeah, but that is it. So at first, I came up with this grand idea that I need to be more organized. I need to plan out my day and have a schedule. I tried, but it doesn't work for me. I am not that kind of person, and I've come to that understanding with self that that's not you, Trish. So, just go with what works for you. So I took out those booklets. I had like a monthly in there and a weekly in there that I never use. Like, even if I put something on it there, I'm going to do this today. I don't follow through. I really don't. I'm a get up and do kind of person. And that works for me. So that's what I'm gonna keep. So I took those out. So let's jump in and see what's inside. So along with this, I also have this little pouch with a few other essentials because I have my watercolor supplies in here and not everything can fit into this plastic pouch, but let's get into it. Let's see what's in here. So I have this first little booklet. I love this. I think this is the cutest thing. I use it to like keep my pages open. That's my little dragonfly. So let's see. This first little booklet is just plain page that I write whatever in, whatever, like these first few page, it's talking about syngonium and the magical properties of that plant, or salt for purification, candle, what color candle is for what. So just any liquid thing that I feel like writing, I do. And on the other side of the book, I started writing this cute little book called A Girl, Her Cat, and the Garden. But yeah, let's see. I didn't get far into this. Ooh, something fell. But that's just all I did. Yeah, so that was an idea. Then the second little booklet, I have these little cardboard casing that I can stick anything in them. Yeah. And the second little booklet, this one, I have logs. Like at one point, I was gonna keep up with my nail log, like what, you like my nail? Isn't it cute? Yeah, like what color I use, when I use it, so I can keep track. But it never really lasts long because the last time I put an entry in here for my nails was March. So I have different logs in here. I have like ear log, when I wash my hair, treat it. All kind of different, whatever. Let's see what's the most recent one I included in this. But this is a grid paper. The first one was like a plain paper, but I know I did a another log. That's for movie, food. I'm a big foodie if you didn't know. Oh, YouTube video. I knew because I wanted to start, get back in the flow of things, of making more videos. Yay, clap for me. And then in the second portion, what do I have here? Oh, I started writing poems. So I had like poems in the, like I split the book in half, and one half is like for logs, different logs, and the second half is for poems whenever I feel inspired. Now, this is my favorite one, and this is my diary. So this is where I will journal. I just write, whatever I feel like writing. And I love this page. I don't remember the name of this, but I love it. And I'll put it somewhere exactly what it is. Maybe I know it's from a traveler's company, but it's a special kind of, I love, because how thin the page are, but yet still I can write and paint and draw on both sides and it don't leak through. So that is nice. I have a little plastic case in here, and these are a few of my watercolor drawing. And then I have a brown paper that I paint on. And let's just flip through a few of these pages so I can show you this. It is so awkward. Let me find a few of the ones I like. Oh, I love this one. Oh, isn't that so cute? Yes. Let's see what else. What else do I like? Oh, I love this cupcake. So I love painting on these brown paper. I only paint on one side because the paper is thin. I don't really want it to leak through, and da da da. I love this hummingbird that I did. Oh, she's so cute. I think it's a hummingbird. I think so, yeah. And the last thing that I painted in here was this a dragonfly. I do have a witchy one because I said I was gonna do a painting each week in October, and I still haven't started. But I did sketch this out. It's probably too light and you can't see it, so I need to work on that one. And then the last booklet in here is a watercolor paper booklet that I just did a few moon and a few random bits in here. I haven't done much. I think this was my last entry from this one. And then at the back, it's that other portion of that plastic casing. And in here, I have like the essentials, like my pen and my pencil for drawing. But all my watercolor and everything sits in this pouch right here. And let's see, I have too many. Look how much palettes I have. Well, this and this kind of go together. It's a full set from this watercolor maker. I don't remember. I don't remember her name, but I can put it in there. Oh, here it is. Marsha's watercolor, but it's these little heart watercolors, and they are so what's the word? What is the word? Um, I can't remember the word right now, but the colors are very dimensional. Like one paint will have like three different colors. There's a specific word for it, but it's not coming to me right now. So I have her full sets in here. I am missing one. I thought I filled it out, but apparently I did not. And then in this one, I have some magical shiny pigments from this maker on, where did I find them? On Instagram. Yeah. So she had a sale on these ceramic pots, and I picked that up. Let's see what else I have in this bag. Probably like a bunch of pens and stuff. I have more watercolor in here. Yeah. So I have like different pens, white pen, a sharpener, silver pen. I need to take this out. This is my fountain pen, but I really don't use it in here because I find it's too heavy for the papers in here. So I need to take that out. I think this is like a marker. My brush, very important, my watercolor brush. These are pencil. These are lead, but for what? I don't have anything in here that requires that. This is a white pen. And yeah, I do have another teeny tiny palette in here, and these are iridescent colors as well for when I want a little sparkle and a little shine. So that is everything I take with me on a day to day when I go to the office and I feel inspired to write or to paint, on my breaks. That's what I do. I find myself, I'm taking walks now, during my lunchtime and just being in nature, catching some fresh air, allowing the sun to beam on my skin and just being one with it all, and not being cooped up and stagnant. We need to move more, and enjoy, get out. So, yeah, that is my traveler's journal for everyday use. And let's jump into the one that I actually travel. One I used to travel with, and this I picked up from AliExpress, and I love this. I love everything about it. I love this little imprint here. I love that olivey color. And yeah, I love it. I adore it. It is a thinner, not as much booklet in here because I have to travel light. I already packed the bag with so many things. I have how many booklets I have in here? One, two, three. So the first, and I have that same little cardboard insert and a plastic insert. The first booklet in here is my diary, and this one I actually write and paint. The other one in my everyday, I mostly write in that one. I don't find myself painting in there, but I love this paper whenever I go on any adventures. I will write about my experience and, things that I saw, things that intrigued me, different fruits that I've tried, a sunset, the train travel. So all of my little adventures are in here. And yeah, this was the most expensive drink I've had at an airport. I don't even remember how much it is, but I know say it costs a lot. This is how it made it in this booklet. So this one is very fun. And that's the same paper I was telling you about, that thin paper that I can write and draw on. And I really, enjoy that one. So this is my last entry. No, I have one more. Yeah, this is my last entry in this little booklet. So yeah, I have these little dividers that has the grid on there, so it helps me to actually write in a straight line. Yeah, it makes a difference, trust me. And I can use them as a ruler as well and as a backing for the page. So I told you about the inserts. I don't need to go through those. I always have these little clips, on hand to keep pages separate or together. I have this little cute one. Is it a cat? I think there's a cat on here. Yes. And I have the brown paper in this one because I tell you, I really do enjoy drawing on these brown paper. Let's do a flip through of a few of these drawings. But yeah, and what else? I also have a watercolor paper booklets in here, and I only have three booklets. And this was a painting I did when I went to Jamaica and visit my aunt. And apparently, this is a gift that was gifted to one of my aunts on her wedding day. So it's an antique, little tea thingy here. Not much in this book because I really enjoy painting on the brown paper and on this paper. And the plastic cases in this as well with my essentials, like pens and pencil. Now, see how simple this one is because that's all I need, when I'm traveling. Uh-huh. And this is where all the goodies are because I have like all my watercolor, and I have watercolor in each because I don't want to be taken out from one, put it into one because I tell you I will forget. So I have to set it and forget it. So when I grab and go, everything is there for me. So I created two separate sets and that works for me. So in here I have, let's see what I have in here. Oof. All right, so this is from that same Marsha's watercolor that you see her full set in my everyday setup. But this one is like samples. Whenever I order from her, she sends samples, and this one I'll take with me because I try to keep this setup more light and easy to travel with. I do have a mixer in this set because with this one I can really spread my things out on a table, and do my, so I have this ceramic which I think it was so cool, and it's in this thin mixer in here that I utilize. And I have two, oh, this one, oh my god, this is gouache, and yeah, they always get so, as you can see, yeah, yeah, they don't want to stay in the tin. They're more on the drier side. So every time I come to use these, I have to fix them back. And no matter how I'll wet them and put them back in their little slots, them jump out. But I decided this one is a new one that I added in there, that I wanted some gouache paint with me while I travel. And then this is my little cutie palette that I put together with two paints that I have, like from different brands like Winsor and Newton, all different kind of, brands. I put this one together, watercolor. Let's see what else in here. And then, uh, most important, you have to have a paper towel. Yeah. And I have a bunch of stuff in here. I have a sharpener, essential. I have an eraser, yeah, essential. I have two pencils in here. I have my mechanical pencil, and this is where that I don't know why I have the leads over here and the mechanical pencil here. So I need to move that from there to here. I have two watercolor brushes in here. One is a fine point and one is probably a medium point. And I have a white pen. But that is it for that setup. And as you can see, I have less things in here compared to the bag because this is my everyday bag that I take with me to the office. And let me grab my traveling bag so you can see it and you can understand why. And especially when I'm traveling, I'm also travel with a backpack. So I try to stay light because the backpack already heavy. I've minimized how much I take with me when I'm traveling. Back in the day when I travel, come let me carry the whole house with me. But these days, I've kind of learned how to simplify and just bring the essential things that I know that I want and I'm going to use. Actually, me used to always I bring backup at this just in case, that just in case. No, I'm very mindful now when I travel, like everything in there I should utilize on this trip. So yeah, let me go grab that bag. So this is the bag that I travel with, and it's already heavy to begin with, and these things are not in there because I have different things like my nail clip, a hand cream, my perfumes. I normally travel with a book so I can read on the plane, and it just have things in the nooks and crannies of everywhere. But yeah, this is my traveling bag setup, and it's like a cross-body bag. It's very neat, and I take this with me everywhere because everything is already in here for me, ready, set, and go. I don't even have to think about it, and that's how I love it. But yes, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And hopefully, I'll keep this up, keep making video, and feel more inspired to make videos. I took a little break. I took a little break from so many things. I can't believe this year I haven't been to any plant shows. I haven't been to the beach. Can you imagine? A whole heap of things I didn't do this year, but next year, yeah, we need to get back into the swing of things. Um, life is up and down, life up and down. Life is a flow, and sometimes we just have to flow with the times and with things and emotion. But I've always seen this in my video, and I swear every year it gets worse and worse. We don't have any time. Time is moving so quickly. It is unbelievable. But enough, enough of this thing. We talk about my travelers notebook and follow up. Yes, I'm still using them. Yes, I still love them. And gratitude for holding space. Much love. Until next time.